Hi guys, and welcome back to LPB Racing for a live demo lap of the Sakitto National Circuit, which will be the next race of the Project Cars 2 Mixed Championship and the last round. So we'll take you for a lap. The first lap will be what not to do, and the second lap will be what you should be doing. So the first corner will be 130R. I do not want to see people just going wide on purpose and just keeping the foot in it like this, because that's not on at all. And you've got to brake hard down to this hairpin. Again, I don't want to see any corner cutting on the inside like that, or too vigorous. And again, just got to be careful here as well. Now going round to the fast right kink. Again, I don't want to see any of this cutting, or for example on this corner you go in like this and then you go really wide on purpose. And this is a tricky one up here. This is the one that people use a lot. Is up here to this chicane, down a gear, but then what people do is this, they'll try and shortcut it, and that's not on. I'm not having any of that. I don't want any of that shortcutting, guys. So we go up towards Spoon Curve now, and again another popular one is to drop it down a gear, run it in, and just use all the runoff area and try to get a good run as possible. I don't want to see any of that, guys. I want to try and keep it in the curbs and the white lines if you can. So again, this lap now will be what you should be doing to get a more or less clean lap. So we're working his way down towards 130R again. This time I'm just going to tap the brake and go down a gear just to stabilise the car on the way in, and then back up to 6th, and then I'm going to brake hard down the gearbox, right back down a second gear, in over the curb, nicely out to the white line, and then into 3rd, out of here. Remember, this is the front wheel drive car, so if you're in the BMW it will be a bit different to this. So again, into this corner, a little bit of a tap of the brakes at the 50-metre board, throw the car in, down a 3rd gear, again use the curb on the inside and just run it out a bit wide there. Should be able to go flat up the hill here, and then go up to the chicane, and then brake at the white line, go down a gear, into the apex, then out the other side, floor it out the other side.
Now come on, keep pushing.
And a little engineer talking to us there, and then we're going up the hill and then up to Spoon Curve, down a couple of gears, just nicely throw the car in, maybe use 4th with it on the way out. A little bit of a slide there because I caught the curb, but no biggie. Keep his foot still in it, use the curb on the outside, and that completes a lap of the Sakitto National Circuit, guys. Okay guys, now we're going to take you around the sprint version at Sakitto in the same car. So going down towards the first corner, the first lap is going to be what not to do. So again, I don't want to see anyone braking too late into here, using the AstroTurf here on purpose, and then trying to get a good run out of this corner, and then abusing the track limits. So just try and keep it tidy through there. This bit you can't really cut much anyway, and if you do you're going to lose a load of time. So just nice and steady through here. There's not really much that you can do wrong through here. If you do get it wrong, the track will bite you and eat you up and set you off into a nice gravel track that will take you a while to get out of. So we're working his way up the hill, up over the crest, grabbing another gear at the top. And what I don't want to see, guys, is any of this. So I don't want you to see going into here and then trying to use all the track, use more marker boards, and then again I don't want to see any sort of shortcut in here or excessively going wide on purpose just to try and gain more time. That's not on, guys. Don't want to see any of that. So we go up the hill here to the right, up over the top, and now we come back to where it joins the other track. Again, guys, I don't want to see any corner cutting like this, or trying to gain any advantage, because you'll just end up losing control of the car, and that's you don't want any of that. So coming across the line now, this is going to be a lap of how you should take things. So grabbing 6th gear, across the line, start this clean lap. Down all of the first corner, I'm going to brake 5th, 4th, just gently on the brakes, a bit of dancing between the brake and the throttle, as you can see from the graphic on the right hand side. Grab another gear on the way out, 4th gear, then we're probably going to get into 5th, there we go, and around this section, again 4th gear for this section, in towards the curb, use the brilliant grip of these touring cars, beautiful cars to drive. 4th gear all the way around. In this car might not necessarily be the same if you're in the BM or one of the other cars, but the Mercedes is definitely 4th gear all the way around. Grabbing 5th gear at the top of the hill, and then we're not going to cut the corner this time. We're just going to go back down a gear, use the curb on the inside, a little bit of curb on the outside, brake again down the 3rd, a little bit of curb and a little bit of curb. Not overdoing it as such, but just using the track to its maximum extent. So now we're going up the hill, brake down. I usually go brake down a gear and then grab another gear on the way out, just my personal line through there. And then we're in 4th gear now. I'm going to leave it in 4th because we've got a little chicane to go through here. Over the chicane, through one way, through the other. When you get that right, it feels so good, and it's so quick through there as well. Coming up towards the line, you can see the front left tyre gets very warm around here, so that's one thing in the race you've got to look out for, and across the line. Okay guys, now we're on the GP version of the circuit. We're just going to take you for one lap with this one, no sort of pre and before, because we've shown you all the other bits on the other versions of what not to do. This is just combining the both. So down into the first corner, down into 4th gear, down into 3rd for the second part of it, flat out on the throttle on the way out. Nice and neat through there. You don't want to try and touch the curbs too much, or you'll lose too much time. Into the left right section. Or should I say the right left section? Into the right section here. Still in 4th gear, up the hill. 4th gear, more or less flat, and then grabbing 5th gear at the top of the crest. Then we're coming up to the right-handers here, so right-hand kink, just slightly in, use the curb, and then back down to 3rd gear, use a bit more curb on the inside there, flat out on the throttle now. Heading up the hill, we should be able to take this bit flat out if we do it right, so take a nice early line in, up the hill, let it go over the top, grab 5th, beautiful way of doing that corner, and then up towards Spoon Curve now, so again another famous bit of racetrack, down to 4th, into the corner, 4th gear, maybe grab 3rd just to get the car to go into the corner a bit, just to get the engine braking, and now flat on the throttle, onto the back straight. See the front right tyre gets quite warm around this section, but again it has plenty of time to cool down, as you can see the graphic cooling down there at the bottom. So again at 130R, approach it a bit faster this time, just slight tap of the brake in 6th gear, right round, but keep it in 6th, let the torque keep pulling it round. You can go down to 5th if you wish, but I prefer 6th gear. And now this last corner, flat out, no chicane, absolutely flat, and then onto the straight. This should make for a cracking race in a few days time. So there you go guys, there's your demos, hope you enjoyed, we'll catch you later.